Fight Time Network.
Welcome back to Fight Time Profiles. I'm Brendan Klaus, your host. And this evening we have Ben Mudbug Willeford. He's 3-0 as a professional. He's ranked number 3 in Ohio in flyweights. How you doing tonight, Ben?
Doing good, man. I appreciate you having me. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So where did you grow up?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Down at the bottom, in the boot.
So how'd you end up in Ohio?
I went to wrestle at Cleveland State, and after getting done there, I knew I was gonna, keep training and start fighting. So I looked at a couple different gyms. I went back home for a little while, and ultimately decided on Strongstyle. So I came back after just a couple months, and now I'm like a bona fide Ohio boy, I guess.
So who did you look up to growing up, and how does that play into who you have become today?
Say my dad and my papa. They were probably the biggest influences on me. Just how to treat people, how to be a man, how to work hard, how to hustle. You know, those those type of things were just instilled in me from those two more than anybody else. Anything good that comes from me, I definitely owe to those two men.
So who is your favorite fighter?
When I first got into fighting, it was around like the first Ultimate Fighter, and
Okay.
Chris Lieben was like my guy. That I was like a diehard fan of.
So what do you enjoy doing while not in fight camp? What's your favorite hobby?
Chill, hang out on the river, go tubing, stuff like that. So I'd say if I could have like the perfect evening, it'd probably just be like floating down the river.
How did you become acquainted with Strongstyle Fight Team?
Yeah. I want to say my first connection was maybe through like JT Miller, who used to wrestle at Cleveland State, and
Okay.
he was a pro fighter at Strong Style, had a really good career. I think he was like the first connection, and I just came out and trained for a week, met Marcus Marinelli, the owner and head coach, and just had a really good conversation with him. And from that conversation, I just knew I was like, this is the place I want to be.
So where did the nickname Mudbug originate?
uh, well, I got to give credit where credit's due. That's my guy, Chase Dunlap and CJ Patton. They're like two of my best friends. But they just like started it, and then people kept saying it. Mudbugs is like a term for crawfish in Louisiana. So mudbugs are kind of like a common staple of Louisiana.
So what is one thing you wish everybody knew about Ben Willeford?
One thing, that's tough, man. If you don't know me personally, just tune in to watch me fight, I guess, and then you'll probably learn a lot about me, more than I could put into words, I guess. You'll probably learn about me that way.
So you are 3-0. You're undefeated as a professional. What have you been working on to stay ahead of the game and remain undefeated?
Mostly, I just try to listen to my coaches, and follow their advice, learn from their wisdom. I'd say I really focus a lot on keeping my body healthy. Take a good vehicle to the race. You know what I mean? I don't want to be taking a vehicle to the race with parts that don't work. So I try to do a lot of maintenance on my body and make sure my body's healthy.
So what in your style do you believe separates you from everybody else? What's unique about Mudbug's game?
The way I put it all together. I think I've spent a lot of time in each discipline, and continue to, and will continue to. But I think the way that I put those styles together is probably what separates me from the pack.
What are your plans for your next fight? Have you been talking to anybody?
We're looking. We got a few different options that we're talking about, and anybody that wants to see me fight, you can expect in the next month to know for sure when that's going to be.
Okay, perfect. Well, it's nice getting to know you, Ben. We can't wait to see you perform in the near future. That's for darn sure. Thank you. Keep up the good work, Ben.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Fight Time Network.